Ladies and gentlemen, dear sport friends, I am very happy to be here in Monaco with the football stars, with the TEQBALL family. The goals of International TEQBALL Federation are to introduce the sport and to organize the amateur and professional competitions. We have a dream that one day the TEQBALL will be an Olympic sport. Please join and follow us. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And as the president said, that we are really happy to be here the first time at Monaco at the SPORTEL event. And I'm pretty sure everybody already saw our table outside with a simple curve. And we are very happy that it's not only a table, that you can play even 5 sports on that. You can play ping pong, tennis, volleyball, and kind of headball. We call it catch. But of course, today we focus on the football parts. That's what we call in TEQBALL. And this is the moment when Vice President Victor will introduce our legends, our players. So enjoy.
Thank you so much. Well, it is my honor to introduce our legendary football players. We call them TEQBALL stars because for us they are active stars of TEQBALL. And from my left, starting, as you see, on the left side we have French players representing France, and on the right side we have Portugal, represented by the Portuguese players. Let me start with Mr. Christian Karembeu. I think that to introduce these players, it's very easy, because here we can have world champions, European champions, Champions League winner. I think we all remember Christian from Real Madrid. So thank you so much for coming. Next to me is Mr. William Gallas, the only player who played for Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea. And he's also with France and played World Cup final. So global ambassadors of FITEC, the Federation of TEQBALL. So Mr. Christian Karembeu and Mr. William Gallas representing France. On my right side, I have Ballon d'Or winner, Mr. Luis Figo, Champions League winner, UEFA Cup winner, and I think more than 120 caps for the Portuguese national team. It's a big honor to have Mr. Figo here with us. So thank you so much. And on his right, also global ambassador of TEQBALL, Mr. Simão Sabrosa, more than 80 caps for the Portuguese national team, European champion, second runner-up, played in all the legendary clubs, Barcelona. So for me, it's just a moment of joy to have the opportunity to sit next to these players. And I have to continue with one important question, and I think I'm going to start first with Christian. But you just played recently with His Highness and also with the other players. So how did you feel the game? How was this morning the warm-up?
First of all, I would like to thank the hospitality of the Highness with us, and of course his generosity by giving his timing to play and to have this exhibition game with us. And so far, it's great always to come to Monaco, and it's always a privilege to be part of a new initiative.
Okay, and I'm turning now to Simão. How was this morning? It was a bit sunny. The first touches with the table. How did you feel?
Good morning. In the morning, it just warm up, because after lunch we have a game, no? We have a game against France. So the first impression was really good and really enjoy. So I hope after lunch in the game, Portugal win France. It was like Luis said before, we never win France when you play 11 against 11. So today, I hope you win 2 against 2 in TEQBALL. So it's new sport. I'm really happy to be here, and thanks for invitation.
Thank you so much. I'm looking at William, who is, I guess, excited about tonight's game. As you said, the Portuguese team is very eager to fight back because they never won on the 11 against 11 game. What are your expectations of this afternoon at 2:30? We have the game, France against Portugal. We all know that last year, the European Championship in France, it ended with a victory for Portugal. What do you think? Is there going to be a revenge?
You know, sorry. Today I think we're going to win because, you know, the Portuguese can't win against us. You know, Luis Figo, it will be his first time to play TEQBALL, so I'm sure it will be difficult for him. Even if he got the good quality, you know, as a player, he was an unbelievable winger. But TEQBALL is different. You know, TEQBALL, you have to think very quick, you know, Luis. So, what I can say, it will be very interesting to play this afternoon, you know, because TEQBALL, I think some people say no TEQBALL, you know, that game is a future sport. And that's why I love that game, you know. I try to play all the time. And I'm improve as well because, you know, when I used to play football, I had some weakness. My left foot was not good. But with TEQBALL, you know, I can improve it. So today it will be very interesting to play against the Portuguese guy.
Thank you. Luis, I think William addressed a couple of words towards you. I guess it's part of the mental battle between the teams. But what are your expectations? Now you tried the game as well in the morning. You had a bit of touches. So do you think that now it's your time to get that victory against the French team?
Well, good morning to everybody. Well, I know that probably Gallas is trying to teasing us, but we had to be calm, concentrate, and focus on the game. The most important, I think, that for sure we will enjoy the game this afternoon. This morning was just a warming up. To play with the suit is not so comfortable, but I think it's a new sport. Like you said before, in our generation, we didn't have the chance to have this quality of this table, because normally we before the games we used to play in the dressing room just to warm a little bit and to start with the skills, just with a net and with some bags around to make a field. So now that TEQBALL exists, I think not only in the dressing rooms, but like you know and you are informed by the brochures, you can do it around the parks, around schools. So I think it's coming for stay in the market and to be a new sport. And I'm really pleased to be here and to try and to help to development this new sport, because I think everybody can play, amateurs, professionals, legends, kids, disabled. So I think it's very important. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. As you know, that TEQBALL is played with exactly the same ball that is used on football, and the special curve makes the ball bounce out to the players at all times. So probably the last question for the players today, and again I'm turning to Christian, that as we know he's still involved in football with Olympiacos. So what do you see this table like at maybe at the youth teams and even at the regular teams? What would be, as a former professional player who had so many great games, what is your experience? How would you integrate maybe in the everyday training?
Yes, as Luis said, that we before we had to use some net to try to play and to warm up, and for sure that I think that the TEQBALL is a tool where we can give that to the academies and to the kids and the youth to challenge their skills and, of course, to improve their skills and to be better, knowing that when you are facing the table and with the opponent, you need to think, you need to anticipate, you need to move. So all this reflection about lecturing the game before receiving is very important in our time. So far I think that for the youth it's a great development for them, for their skills, and thanks for existing.
We thank you for the nice words. Simo, you were one of the first ones to put it in your academies. And there the kids had different trainings and they were going from one training element to the other. What was the feedback of the young players? And also what was your feedback as the academy leader?
It's really nice because the kids enjoy and love it. Because you can improve a lot, and for me, the most important is communication. In the younger players, you need to communicate. When you play 2 against 2, you need to communicate. You need to think before like 3 seconds, because you can use the right leg, and you need to the next touch. You need to use the left leg. So you need to think. So that's why I think it's important for younger players, because you prepare for future, you know. So in my academy in Madrid, the kids really love it, the game and the table.
Thank you so much. William, now there's a table going to your former club, Chelsea, and also they already have tables at Arsenal. Did you talk to your former teammates as well? Also, what do you think if 2 former players would play against 2 active players, a TEQBALL game? It's the same ball, but you know they are active. You are maybe not playing that level right now. But what do you think? What would be the result?
You know, it will be very interested to see that game, because for the former players, you know, it will be difficult to compete on the pitch against the players, because now we are a little bit older, you know, we don't have the legs like before, so it would be very difficult to play against them. So on TEQBALL, you know, we have the opportunity to play against the young players and to show them, you know, everything is about quality, you know, like my teammate just said, you know, you have to think very well before you receive the ball. You have to move, you know, and I will be very excited, you know, to have the challenge against any Chelsea or Arsenal players, to show them what, even if we are older, but what we can do, and we can beat them.
I see. And I think now the last question of the International TEQBALL Federation, FITEC, towards Luis. There were so many great players, and unfortunately there was no TEQBALL before. But from the past, we had like Eusebio, or you know, like Di Stefano, Puskás, and so many great players. What do you think that in the history? After all, it's about technique and skill. You know, what would you like to watch 2 against 2? Which players would you love to have a look at? It can be anyone, you know.
Well, I don't know. I think in these days the technology improves so much, and we are here in this fair that can show us really how it is the world of the technology. So I don't know how Eusebio and Di Stefano or Cruyff they play this game, but for sure they play well, because if you have the quality and the technique of this the best players in the history, so I don't think they will have any kind of problem to play TEQBALL. But in these days you can choose the 4 biggest players in the world, and I think the challenge, if you have the chance to put him 2 against 2, will be fantastic. So to see like Messi, Cristiano, or another 2 top players to play this game. Will be very nice to watch and to see the skills.
Thank you. So the federation, just few words to close the panel. It's established in Switzerland, in Lausanne. As all the other sports, we would like to belong to the family of the sport. And please, at 2:30, we have the game between France and Portugal outside right at the entrance. I hope by now everyone had seen that how we curved that table, and I hope truly that we can curve sport history as well with this sports equipment. So thank you for your attention. Now you have the chance to ask a few questions from the federation and also from the players. So please, if you have any questions, just raise your hand and let me know. We were so convincing and confident that no one has a question.
Make a great explanation.
All right, if there are no questions, then hope to see you at 2:30 and join the game. Thank you so much. Muito obrigado.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you.